Hello guys, I'm Engineer Muhammad Adnan Khan and you are watching my YouTube channel Being Engineer. In this video lecture, we will discuss the types of cracks that can occur in a concrete and what are their causes. Some common types of cracks will be discussed in this video. Before we proceed, if you are new to my channel, you are requested to please subscribe it and press the bell icon so that you can get my latest videos. So guys, let's get started. First type of crack that can occur in a concrete is plastic shrinkage cracks. Plastic shrinkage cracks in a freshly mixed concrete with loss of water by evaporation from its surface and after placing and before hardening of the concrete. These types of crack occur after placing and before hardening of the concrete. Plastic shrinkage cracks are typically very narrow in width and barely visible. As you can see in this picture, these cracks are very narrow in width and barely visible. When the mix contains too much water, the slab will shrink more as compared if the correct amount of water was used. Apparently, these cracks occur due to excess of water that is used in the mixing of concrete. Hard weather is another big reason for plastic shrinkage cracks. It occurs in both random and parallel patterns. Plastic shrinkage cracks are discontinuous. These cracks are relatively short, few inches to several feet in length, and typically fairly shallow, but occasionally can become full depth cracks. Here is the picture which shows the plastic and shrinkage cracks in a freshly placed concrete. Plastic shrinkage cracks primarily occur in concrete flatwork. These cracks can also occur on the other exposed surfaces like horizontal surfaces including beams, foundation and tops of the walls. The second type of crack that can occur in a concrete is expansion cracks. Heat causes concrete to expand. When concrete expands, it pushes against anything in its way. For example, a brick wall or an adjacent slab, for example. When neither has the ability to flex, then expanding force can be enough to cause concrete to crack, as you can see in this picture. Expansion joints are used as a point of separation or isolation between other static surfaces, typically made of a compressible material like asphalt, rubber or lumber. Expansion joints must act as a shock absorbers to relieve the stresses that expansion puts on concrete and prevent cracking. As you can see in this picture, the material like asphalt, rubber or lumber is provided between expansion gaps to accommodate the stresses. Third type is heaving concrete cracks. When the ground freezes, it can sometimes lift many inches before thawing and settling back down. This ground movement brought on by the freezing and thawing cycle is a huge factor contributing to the concrete cracking. If the slab is not free to move with the ground, the slab will crack, as you can see in this picture. Large tree roots can have the same effect on a slab. If the tree is located too close to a slab, the growing roots can lift and crack the concrete surface. Always consider this when laying a slab. Number 4 type is settling concrete cracks. Ground settling below a concrete slab can also cause cracking. Settling cracks typically occur in situations where a void is created in the ground below the concrete surface. As you can see in this picture, this portion of the concrete has settled down due to less compaction of the ground underneath. Think about when a large tree is removed from nearby and the roots begin to decompose, or when a utility company digs a trench for their lines, pipes, etc. and don't compact the soil when they refill it. These are examples of instances where settling cracks are likely to happen. Number 5. Concrete cracks caused by overloading of the slab. Although concrete is very strong building material, it does have its limits. Placing excessive amounts of weight on top of concrete slab can cause cracking. When you hear a concrete mix has a strength of 2000, 3000, 4000 or 5000 plus psi, it is referring to the pounds per square inch it would take to crush that concrete slab. After a heavy rainfall or snow melt, when the ground below is soft and wet, excessive weight on the slab can press the concrete down and result in cracks. Residential homeowners who place large recreational vehicles or dumpsters or generators or other heavy equipment on their driveways are more likely to see this type of cracking. The other type is concrete cracks caused by premature drying. There are two common types of cracks brought on by premature drying. First one is crazing cracks. Crazing cracks are very fine surface cracks that resemble spider webs or shattered glass. As you can see in this picture, these cracks are very similar to spider webs. When the top of the concrete slab loses moisture too quickly, crazing cracks will likely appear. While unsightly, crazing cracks are not a structural concern. The other type of crack that can occur by premature drying is crusting cracks. Crusting cracks typically happen during the concrete stamping process, which is a way of adding texture or pointer to the concrete surfaces, as you can see in this picture. On sunny or windy days, where the top of the slab dries out quicker than the bottom, the top of the concrete surface can become crusty. When the stamp is embedded, it pulls the surface apart near the stamped joints and causes small cracks around the outside edges of the stones. Again, while they don't look great, crusting cracks are not a structural issue to be considered about. It's often difficult to determine exactly what caused a particular crack. Proper site preparation, a quality mix and a good concrete finishing practices can go a long way towards minimizing the appearance of cracks and producing a more aesthetically pleasing concrete projects. That's all for today. Again, you are requested, if you are new to my channel, please subscribe it and press the bell icon so that you can get my latest videos.